Hello everyone, I am Alam and you are watching a video tutorial on how to play Save the City game, which is more generally known as classic Mafia and City game. The game begins with 8 people joining the table. Go to play and select join random table or join your friends if they already have entered into game. Or you can go to news section to check recent table and join them. As soon as you join a table you are asked to wait for few seconds for other players to join. In case less than 8 live players join the table, robot players will fill the remaining places. Now comes the interesting part where everyone assigned a role to play. As there are 8 people at starting of game, there will be 8 roles designated to each of them randomly. Before moving forward, let's have a look at these roles. There are 2 major teams, one being Team Mafia and other Team City. Brian, Merlin, and Godfather are members of Team Mafia, while Detective, Healer, Common Man and Student are Team City. Bomb's allegiance remains ambiguous. Depending upon situation he can shift his support. There is one more character in the game, namely God, who administers the course of the game and is not assigned to anybody. He commands players the instructions for smooth running. Mafias have power to kill anybody at night. Godfather has an additional ability to hide from God. Detective has power to ask identity of player from God. Healer has ability to bring dead back to life. Bomber can blow any player during day court session. Lastly, Student and Common Man do not possess any special powers. Once everyone is assigned a role, God commands everyone to sleep as the night begins. Now God asks Mafias to wake and decide the player they want to murder within 60 seconds. Here Mafias can see and chat with one another. Mafias are supposed to make single majority choice, failed to do so and nobody will die. If few of Mafias are robots, they will notify in the beginning to other Mafias and always try to maintain majority decision. While Mafias are deciding whom to name, others remain asleep and dream their conscious. They have option to turn off the dreams if they want. Once Mafia make their choice or 60 seconds timer expires, whichever happens first, God awakes Detective and Mafias go back to sleep. Detective is offered with choice to identify the role of any one player. God reveals the team of the role that is being played by that person. As said earlier, Godfather has ability to hide, hence God reveals him as city member even though he is not. Bomber is also shown as city member. Once Detective makes an identification or 30 seconds expire, whichever happens first, God awakes Healer and Detective goes back to sleep. Healer is informed that Mafias have killed somebody and she can save his life. Catch is that God do not reveals the person who has been killed and it is entirely up to Healer to guess. Most often Healer, unaware of situation, saves herself at least to have one city member in the game. Once she makes a choice or 30 seconds expire, whichever happens first, God awakes everybody and announces the person who has been killed in night. If God announces that nobody died, then it could mean either Mafia could not make single decision or Healer saved the right person from getting killed. If anybody is killed, then he or she no longer remains the part of game, but they are offered with choice to stay and watch. It is here that day court session begins and everybody is given 120 seconds to speak out about what they have to say about last night. Everybody tries to convince others of his innocence and figure out who true Mafia is. On the one hand, where Mafias try to manipulate city members with their sweet talks, other city members try to make strong case with present evidences. It is here that Bomber has the option to blow anybody with himself. This power comes in handy if he finds out that everybody has lost confidence in him and he could be voted out next, so he goes for the person who has been manipulating others against him. This is very important conversation, because after these 120 minutes everyone is asked to vote, and whoever gets maximum, is voted out from city declared as Mafia. If he was Mafia, then city members are one step closer to win, otherwise they just evicted one of their own. With the end of eviction process, city goes back to sleep again and same steps are repeated after that until one of the teams wins. Criteria of winning for any team is decided upon the ratio of each team members left, and is calculated in real time for a player could leave the table in between. Shown here are ratios and corresponding actions. In short, Mafia team wins whenever their number becomes greater than City members, while City team wins if only one Mafia is left in game. Each player is scored based upon his participation. Every time player uses their respective role's power, they are awarded some score. Scoreboard is displayed at the end of game. So have fun in deceiving others while trust your rogue instincts not to let someone else bluff you.